Hello everyone, welcome back warriors. I hope you're having a good evening. Um, I want to start off by saying thank you for all the support, all the love, for all your positive messages. They mean so much to me. Thank you. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe and press the bell notification so you don't miss any video. Also, like in every video, I want to state that this is a safe space. I will not tolerate any disrespect, any hate against mental illness. I am a huge advocate for mental health and I will not tolerate any ignorance. So that is that. All right, so today's topic is going to be about body positivity and social media. So, as you all know, we live in a time of social media where it's so easy to just pick up your phone, scroll, see a picture of a model with an amazing body, abs, curves, you name it. And it could be really easy to start feeling insecure about oneself, correct? So for me, I've just tried to really separate social media with my personal life, which is hard because it does intertwine. I get it, like we're always on our phones, we're always on social media. Social media has become such a big part of our lives, right? Where it's really intertwined, so it's really hard to separate the two. But what I mean about separating the two is, I guess we can call it like reality versus social media, okay? Because everything you see on social media isn't always the real thing, people Photoshop, and even if they're not Photoshopping, like what we display on social media isn't always what that person is going through or how that person feels, right? Because we're seeing these models as confident, as like, wow, they have a beautiful body, like look at them, they look like they have their shit together, they have so many followers, so many likes. But in reality, you don't know what these models go through, you don't know what they're dealing with, you're just going off of what you're seeing. So for me, I've learned to separate the two, where I'm like, social media isn't always reality. So for me, I suffer from body body image, and I look at myself in the mirror and there are times where I'm like, yeah, I wish I was more curvy, or I wish I had thicker legs, or I wish I had a bigger butt, or it's like we all want, we all strive or desire to have better bodies. It's just a natural thing. Insecurities are real. So I always felt like, before I felt like I would look at these models and I'm like, wow, like if only I look like this, then maybe men would like me more. Or if I look like this, maybe I would be more successful because I would look better, just stuff like that. And it's really weird how our minds have so much power, because if you start thinking like that, you start really hating everything about yourself and you start feeling really insecure. And now I could see a model on Instagram, on Facebook, and I'm just like, oh, she's dope. Like, she's really beautiful. And I don't see myself like feeling bad about myself. I've just learned to separate the two, where I'm like, yeah, I'm not the curviest girl. Yeah, I don't have the thickest legs. I don't have thick thighs. I am not built that way. But it doesn't make me any less beautiful. And this is for both women and men, because a lot of people think like only women suffer from body image problems, which is not true. There's a lot of men who suffer from body image issues as well. So, because we're just in a time where social media is so integrated into our personal lives, where it's really hard to separate both things. For me, I can see a model now and I could be like, great, they're doing wonderful work, they're great, at what they do, they have wonderful bodies, great for them, But I always give myself credit too, because I go to the gym. I try to eat healthy when I can, because honestly, crab rangoons are my weakness and Chinese food. So aside from that, and I love sushi. So aside from that, I try to be healthy. I try to drink water. So what I'm trying to say is that I try to take care of myself. And it's not always physically, it's also mentally, right? So I am now able to see these models, but also look at myself and be like, I'm a model in my own way too, you know, just by how I take care of myself and how I try to live my life. You know, I try to set an example for those around me. I try to be better to help those around me. And that in itself is being a model. Even if I'm not in front of the camera, you know, posing for a picture, or, you know, I just, there are other ways that you can still be confident in yourself and about, you know, be confident about how you look and how you feel without it having to be in front of a screen through a selfie or through social media. So I've just learned to kind of like social media. I enjoy it. Honestly, I'm just on it for the memes, okay? I see something funny, I'm just like, I live social media for the memes, okay? I love memes. That's it. I could see a model and I'm like, yeah, she dope. She's really dope. I would like to look like her, but at the same time, I like how I look too, because guess what? There's no other Kiara in the world. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there are other Kiaras out there, but not one like me. Not me. There's no other me out there. So you just got to be confident in your skin. And trust me, it takes a long time to get there. I struggle with it. There are times where I'm like, yeah, I wish I looked kind of more different. But at the same time, I think I'm dope either way. And that's the kind of attitude you have to have, because as long as you learn to own it, own the way you look, that's it. That's all you need. That's all you need, is to be able to own what God has given you. Own it. Own it because it's yours and yours only. Own it. And that's been my attitude, where people are like, wow, you know, they're like, you know, you have such confidence. And when I open up to them about my flaws or what I'm insecure about, they're like, what? I would have never thought that. You carry yourself with so much confidence. And that I try to portray that. Doesn't mean that I'm not insecure. I have so many insecurities. You have no idea. I have so many. But I try not to let them get to me, because there was a point in my life where I did allow those insecurities to get to me. And I started not eating. I started, you know, making choices that weren't the best for my body. And I knew that wasn't a route I wanted to take. So I kind of had to put myself in check. So now I'm like, you know what, Kiara? When I go to the gym, I don't even weigh myself. To be honest, I don't weigh myself. If I look in the mirror and I feel good about myself, that's all. I don't need to know how many pounds I weigh. I don't know. I don't need to know, because people don't realize that the weight that you see on that scale, especially if you're going to the gym, let's say consistently, right? And you're eating good. Sometimes it's just muscle mass. It's not always, oh my God, like just because you gain weight is a bad thing. So people, it's really hard. It's tricky when you start just focusing on that number on that scale. Just start feeling good in your skin. You know, if you look in the mirror and you're like, damn, you see progress, and if you feel good about yourself, who cares what anybody else thinks? Who cares? You are beautiful. Own your skin. Own the body that God gave you, because God makes no mistakes. Okay? Okay. So, mi gente, I hope this message resonates with you. And I hope you know that you are perfect. You are perfect because God made you the way He did. And it's okay to have your insecurities. I'm not telling you not to. It's normal. But learn to love yourself. Learn to love your body a little more, because I'm telling you, there's only one you. So with that being said, I love y'all. God bless. Mwah.